Okay, hey sis, how you been?
All right, how are you?
I forgot how to go live on Instagram. That's how I am.
How did you forget?
I'm your little man. Oh
Uh-huh.
Lord.
I kept refreshing the page too. I'm like, I hope they'll tell me.
When I go live, I don't
Yeah,
remember.
because we've just been so long.
Hmm.
Yeah,
All right, y'all. How y'all doing? Hopefully y'all had a good day. My name is Chanel and I'm tonight's host of Live and Unfiltered.
I'm Kia Nicole, and I'm your co-host.
All right, and tonight, y'all, we're just touching on a few topics. Nothing too crazy, just kind of like something simple but interesting. So
Hmm.
first things first, are you sipping on anything tonight, sis?
Water.
I had a drink, but it's gone. So
Girl, go get you something. You gonna be
I'm like, I
parched.
had a drink, but it's gone. But that's it. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and hop in just four topics that we're gonna be covering, and just kind of give me your take on things, okay? So first things first, what's your guilty pleasure that you would never actually feel guilty about? There you go. I'm reading without my glasses, y'all. It's hard.
Mm-hmm. You go first.
Me? What's
Uh-huh.
my guilt? A guilty pleasure that I don't actually feel guilty about? I'm eating ice.
Oh my
So
god.
it is a guilty pleasure for me because I mean, I don't know. I eat it because I like the sound of it, the crunch of it, and I feel like that is a guilty pleasure. Like if instead of me drinking water, me consuming ice, in my mind, I trick myself and tell myself I'm actually consuming water. Because if I'm not sitting down drinking from a bottle, if you're eating ice, it goes from solid form to liquid, so you are drinking water. Just a different form of it. So for me, it's not good because it is a sign of low iron and stuff like that. But that is a guilty pleasure. Like when I'm thirsty, I eat ice instead
Mhm.
of drinking actual water. So I feel like I feel bad about it because it will affect me eventually.
But you're
But
gonna keep doing it.
it's like in my mind, it's water though. It's just water in a harder form. That's a guilty pleasure for me. When I
Mm-hmm.
want something to drink cold, go get a bottle of ice or just ice in
That's a
general.
good one for you because it definitely is a good because you're
It
gonna keep
is.
doing it
And
anyway.
that's
So
that's a daily thing too. It's a daily thing. So it is a guilty pleasure because I'm consuming it daily.
that's terrible. Okay, well you kind of already know mine. I love to
What
listen
is
to
it?
audio. I love to listen to audiobooks with explicit scenes in them. Romance, black romance.
I'd be taken aback. I was supposed to know that. I thought you was gonna say guilty pleasure is
I've
eating
told you
sweets.
before.
I know you love you some
Oh,
candy and some sweets.
yeah, that's a
that,
given. I'm so
that's
big back.
that's what I thought it
You
was.
could definitely look at me and tell that I love me
I
some
thought
sweet.
you was gonna say your guilty pleasure is some cake, cause boy, I ain't
I
never
didn't
met
even think
somebody.
about. I feel like I said the answer before, so I was trying to switch it up because I feel like we
I've
talked
never
about.
met somebody before that loved us some public cake more than you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Rem-
guilty pleasure.
Remember, I used to. I would go and I can get me a whole cake, bro. One of Chanel's birthdays, I went and bought a whole. We didn't spend the birthday together. It was during COVID, I think. And I went and bought a whole cake from Publix and had them write "Happy Birthday, Chanel," a "Happy Birthday, Sister" on
And ate the cake by herself. That's some crazy word.
in honor of you.
That's your guilty pleasure. Forget the audiobooks. You love sweets. You're like the only person I know that show up to a birthday event for a cake. Like I'll show
Hello.
up for the festivities. You show
Yo,
up
where
for
the cake
cake.
come from? Is it gonna be
And you
good?
know the difference too. If it's from Sam's, you're gonna be like, so this from Sam's. If
Yeah,
it's
I
a
know
cake
Sam's
from
cake.
like someone who specializes in it or like a decorative cake, you're gonna be like, sis, this ain't sweet enough. Now Publix, you should Publix would have got you. You love you
Hello.
some Publix cake. I don't know what's going on, but that's your
Love
guilty
me some
pleasure.
COVID. You're right. It is. I just didn't want to say it again because I feel like I said that before. But yeah, that's a good one too.
I can't see you giving no
That's a
clue.
fat
That's
one.
interesting. Hmm.
Hmm.
Okay, so you said your audiobooks. That's interesting. I wouldn't think that
I
like that.
don't
So I'm
feel
looking
bad.
to
Okay, so
see.
that's why I listed that one because I don't feel bad about it. I feel bad about the cake and stuff. Like I'm trying to actually do better. So
Okay.
I don't feel I feel terrible after I consume too many like cakes and sweets and cupcakes and I actually feel bad. So that's the guilty one that I need to work on better. But the
Okay.
books, I don't feel bad about that, baby. Yeah.
Okay. All right, next question. What's one app that you can't live without?
Uh
And Which one should probably be deleted from existence?
App I can't live without is YouTube.
Oh, girl, that's mine. Okay, go ahead. That's
YouTube,
mine.
that's
Uh
my
huh.
platform over there. I feel like that's kind of replaced TV for me in
Yup.
many forms, and then I also like upload my own content on there. So I could not live. I couldn't live without YouTube. These other platforms, I don't really post as much on them, so so that's why I chose YouTube. One I could do without, they can erase. I would say Snapchat only because I go months. I've done years before. I know we got the same
Bro,
answers. I know.
that's the same. That's the
I,
same answer that I
I
got. So
already know.
I'm looking like, why are you in my head? But go ahead. I'm gonna let
Because
you
we think
finish.
alike. But
I'm gonna let you
yeah, I've
finish.
been going months. I've done years before, like where I just did not like engage on Snapchat at all, deleted it off my phone. So I just feel like if I can easily forget about it for that long, I don't really need it for real. But it
Right.
is interesting once you get on there. Your favorite influencers and celebrities, they take you behind the scenes of like their daily life. So it is interesting.
Okay, so for me, I would say same thing. YouTube. I feel like YouTube now is entertaining. Like once they got rid of cable and we kind of got into the whole Wi-Fi running our systems, like Netflix, I can't. I don't want to say I can't do without Netflix. Like when I get bored on Netflix, YouTube always entertain me because they're pushing new content creators. They're
Yeah.
pushing different things that I'm not used to seeing, and like they switch up your timeline, so it's always something new. Now with Netflix. They are showing you new shows and new movies, but most times, be honest, you'll skip through them until you hear someone rate it like, "Oh, this movie was good." Then you might go back and watch it.
Yeah.
So if you don't have a specific like genre of movie that you like on Netflix, I feel like I can do without Netflix. But in times that YouTube overwhelm me, where there's too much new content be my way, I'll go on Netflix because it's more a little bit more structured. I can tap movies; they're all there. TV show, they're all there. So I feel like can't live without YouTube. Second would kind of be Netflix. Now
Hmm.
something that can be deleted. I was gonna say Snapchat too, because to be honest with you, I went on my phone today and I hit download. I forgot to download the app since I got this new phone.
Right.
So that should tell you, like, in my mind, I'm like, okay, I gotta do it. But because it's so irrelevant to me, keep forgetting to do it. So I reminded myself today when I saw the little cloud with the arrow, I was like, oh, I gotta download it.
Yeah.
So I feel like with Snapchat, it was a lot more popular back then. Like it came out like really like heavy when we were in
When
college.
we were in
So
college, yeah, that's all we
yeah.
used. Hmm.
Snapchat was really, really heavily like invested. You talk your stuff on there, you send it to this person, and at one point in time, they had like Snapchat like follow trains. So people were like constantly, like random people were finding you, and you're watching random people's stories. People are snapping 24/7, like they just want to update their story. But now it's like content creators are mainly on it, and it's the bigger ones that are getting paid. So I feel
Yeah.
like it's overshadowing the smaller content creators, and it's like you're not getting paid for it. So I feel like a lot of people kind of don't really use Snapchat. It's like I
Yeah.
post one or two things to be keep it up or to be relevant in Snapchat system, but it's not a must. So those are my
Yeah.
reasonings.
I don't even have it on my phone right now because I keep downloading and deleting
Mhm.
it, downloading and deleting.
That's
So
crazy.
yeah,
You can offload it, like offload it so it keeps your information, but it's not taking up space. You could do that
I
too.
don't know why I don't do that. I just always
Delete and
delete it.
reinstall.
Yeah.
Delete and reinstall. Yeah. All right. So, what's a moment in your life that felt small but ended up being huge?
Uh, I will say back in college, was it my senior year?
hmm
Do you say senior year in college,
what do you
or is
say in
that a high
college?
school thing?
No, I know senior year in high school, but for college, I feel like I don't know, babe, just undergrad
I don't
years.
know. But my
Undergrad
last
years,
year,
just
you
say
kind of do
undergrad
because
years.
sometimes we say sophomore year of college. Okay, so yeah, my last year of undergrad college,
Yeah.
I was awarded this like outstanding slash distinguished marketing student award. And I
hmm
was like, okay, like my teacher, I was in my it had to have been a marketing class, but I feel like it was a marketing class. My teacher just came out and presented it in front of everybody, and I was like, okay, thanks. I didn't think
Yeah.
anything of it, but I was
Mhm.
surprised until he was explaining like only two students within this major got it, and I was one of two students who got it. I'm sitting here thinking like I'm barely making it through college, like I'm trying to bring up my GPA because I fell off the first semester. Anyway, so I'm thinking like, man, I don't know how I'm gonna finish with, finish strong. I'm thinking I'm like doing bare minimum, like mediocre work. Whole time I'm getting acknowledged. They see my efforts or whatever inside of my major because the
Right.
last 2 years is when you start working in your major. So yeah, there's a whole ceremony and everything. I never even went to the ceremony. A whole ceremony, and they gave us a check. They gave us a check with money. So for me, I thought it was just this small award. I was like, "Oh, thanks," you know. Whole
Right.
time it's this big old deal within my major, and I didn't know they recognized little old me. So it made me feel so proud. I still have it, but yeah, that's about it.
That's good. I have two. One, I would say when I first learned how to ski, like
Mm-hmm.
it was just a random thought. I was just like, well, I'm in the snow. It would be cool to learn how to ski. Like I never thought like who the heck gets up and be like, I want to go skiing? Nobody. But I did. I got up and I was like, oh, I want to learn how to ski. There's snow. It makes sense. So I went, I took the skiing course, and I'm thinking it's like, at first, I was like, okay, well, how do you learn? I thought they just sent you out there. No, no, no. There's a whole training, like how to use the equipment, what to do prior to you going. So I was just like, oh, okay, it's whatever. So I tried it, took the course, and then like I kept falling and falling and falling and falling. And it was something small. But eventually I got the hang of it. And it's like, okay, of course I want to go to Colorado at some point in time. I'm like, okay, I got to learn how to ski. Like, I just feel like it's something
Mm-hmm.
that you need to know. So for me, it was something small. Like, it wasn't, I didn't have to do it. But at the end, it's like, I had so much fun. Like, I never knew this would be like actually fun. Like, I thought people just get on sleds and just slide down. But no, there's a whole technique to it.
Oh
There's
yeah.
a whole way to balance yourself. There's a whole way to like keep yourself from falling. And the thing is, the boots are heavy, so they're weighted down to keep you standing still. So if you fall, you're gonna fall with all your equipment. So for me, it was something so small, but it ended up I ended up being satisfied with it. I was so happy, and I was like, oh, now I definitely could go skiing. So it's like I
Right.
checked something off my bucket list that like I never really wanted to do and thought it was going to be fun, but it ended up being really, really fun. So that's one. And then same thing, similar to school for me, because of course I was pregnant in college at the time. So for me, it's like, okay, achieving your degrees, like a lot of people doubted me at the time. Like they just thought because I was pregnant, I just wasn't gonna graduate. And I was like, no, like I don't know.
Right.
To me, in my mind, it just never aligned. But I'm like, no, that made me want to go even more. Like, what?
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it was like it seems small because I could have like received because again I graduated technically in May, so they could have sent me my diploma, and I said no, I wanted to come back,
And
December to
walk.
walk with my
Yeah.
class because it was something, like it was big at the time when I walked. It made sense, but again, they were just gonna send me a certificate, and I was like, no, let's not do that. So for me, that would have
Right.
been a smaller moment, but I made it.
A
Realize I'm
big
like, yeah, it
moment.
was way better walking with my class, enjoying with my class, and having my daughter there at the time. So it all came like full circle for me. So those are
Yeah,
mine.
that was a big accomplishment. You want to know why people doubted you? Because we commonly see, like, when people get pregnant,
Right.
whether it's high school or college, like typically they drop out or they need time off to like focus on the baby. So they
True.
didn't expect you to, have enough support to be able to keep going because
Right.
a lot of people they don't, and their story is unfortunately have to drop out or take a pause to focus on their
True.
kids. So that's probably why. Same thing kind of happened to me like when I was doing my master's and I had Cam. Like I know it was
Hmm.
expected for me to just like stop, but I was like, no,
Right.
I'm gonna keep going. Like you
Right.
just feel like, nah, I can do it. So that really is like your fuel to go. But I was so proud of you because I'm like, yeah, that girl. Not only did you graduate, but you graduated technically earlier than your class. So
I
that was a major
did.
accomplishment. Yeah,
I
super
did
proud.
graduate earlier than my class, and then I had to wait to come back to walk with my class. So I'm like, it's only right. Like I started with my class.
You
So I'm
started
like,
with us, you
yeah.
gonna walk with us,
What
yeah.
right. But they did give me the option to get my diploma, and I was like, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
nah, it's
true.
better to come back
I'm
with
like, you
support.
could mail it and all, but my family wanted to come and watch me walk across, and I was like, yeah, my daughter gonna come watch me too, because at that point in time, baby was just taking her few steps, so it was so
I saw,
important for
yeah, I
me.
remember that picture
Right. It
so
was
clearly.
important for me for her to see
Yeah,
that or for me to have memories with her. So that was mine. And then also too, like a lot of times like people don't have the support system. I had a
that's what
support
I'm
system.
saying.
So, the odds are somewhat a little bit better in my favor because it just worked out how it was supposed to work out. My classes aligned because remember I was also taking classes like throughout the
Over the summer.
summertime when
Yeah.
everybody was chilling. Baby
Oh
was
yeah,
working,
baby. I
okay?
took me a summer break.
I was working. I was trying to get my degree and be out, okay?
Right. Yeah,
This
you
is
you was working around the clock. Oh
right,
God,
around the
baby. I
clock.
said I need the
And
break. I was so over
right. So
school.
for me, it made sense. So by the time my senior year really came around, it's like I could take most of my classes online home with me
Yeah.
versus showing up in class. Like I already had done my core classes and, everything I needed for my degree. So it just worked like all the alignment of time just worked out perfect for me. I finished class like right before I was supposed to have her. Everything just worked out how it was supposed to work
Yeah.
out.
It
So
really did. It
Yeah.
really worked out exactly how it was supposed to. Yeah.
Yeah. So transitioning now, what's something on your bucket list that would surprise people?
I don't know if it would surprise them because I feel like this is a common one a lot of people have on their list. But for me, I want to learn 1 to 2 languages before I leave this earth. One
Okay.
fluently, the other one can be like not as fluent, but like for the most part, I can understand it. So those
Okay.
two language, now it could be whatever language, but the two I have in mind is obviously Spanish and then like French. But for some reason, German kind of. Ooh, German is so hard. Ooh.
Mm.
But then a part of me want to do like maybe like Mandarin is so hard, or like some type of Asian language like Vietnamese, Mandarin. I don't know, and I know that's so hard. But Spanish for sure is number one.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Even if I learn basic simple words like cat, dog, stop, go,
okay, okay,
you
okay.
know,
I'm
yeah,
about to say because when people from an Asian descent go to speaking, babe, the way they speak, I feel like they're speaking letters. Like they speak like they're speaking letters, but they're saying full sentences when they talk.
yeah,
So it's so fast and it's so hard to even like pick up. Like in Spanish, if someone's speaking slow enough, you might can pick up on a few words
yeah.
that you learn. But I feel like any other language, it is so hard because again, they're so it's foreign to us, but it's so natural for them. So they're constantly speaking so fast, you can't catch nothing. Now, when it comes to Spanish, you was way more fluent than I was in Spanish. You was
So
real. Yes, you were. And Kia, you were the one that
no,
helped me
I knew the
transition.
word. I was never really fluent. I knew okay, coming straight out of high school is only because it was fresh in my head. I wasn't
But
practicing
that's
it,
what
so
I'm
I lost
saying.
it.
Coming into college, you were
Yeah,
more fluent based when it came to reading Spanish and understanding a little bit more. Because I
yeah,
remember at one point in time, my Spanish teacher was Colombian. And I was like, baby, that's a different type of Spanish. And in her
yeah,
class, a lot of the pronunciation that you did in high school, it was different. So when I got in that class, she was like, oh, you need to pronounce it this way. And I'm like, oh, she's teaching me like how you would overseas, not like how you would
yeah.
for
Because I
like,
was taught the proper way.
Right. So for that, and I remember you had to help me at some point in time with something, but it was more so reading it. I know you were really good at reading it. I'm okay with reading it, and I'm okay with speaking a little bit, but I feel like Spanish is one of the easier languages to learn. I never took the time to learn French because I was just like, well, when exactly am I gonna really need to speak French? So I never took the time, but I know a few words here and there. But baby, you cannot have a
But let me
conversation
tell
with
you
me
though, I hear French. Once you learn Spanish, I hear French is not
that
too
hard.
far off from. Yeah, like it's not. It won't be that difficult. Or is it French and no? It's Italian. It's Italian. Italian and Spanish. I hear they have similar
Really.
yeah. I think it's
I
Italian that
thought
I'm
it would
thinking
have
of.
been Spanish and Portuguese, because I know
Well, yeah, Portuguese,
when
but I ain't trying to learn no Portuguese. But I'm talking about like outside of
but Portuguese is it really is
that's
Spanish,
Brazil.
but
That's
like
like Brazil and yeah,
it
those
really is Spanish though,
countries.
but it's more like the
I'm pretty
maybe
sure they
like
can
how you
understand each other. I'm gonna say that they could for sure probably
yes,
understand each
yes,
other.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But no, I think it's Italian. As far as like a completely different language, I think Italian is close with Spanish, if I'm not mistaken. I grew up like in high
I
school
gotta
and
look
had
that up so because I'm
yeah.
not
Look it
positive.
up. Fact check me because I think
I
so, but
know
I'm not certain.
if you learn French, I know they say French and Spanish is damn near the same when it comes to like how easy you can learn it. But I feel like when you're learning something, of course, you have to be around someone who's constantly speaking it because then you're not
Yeah,
forced. You're gonna lose that language and that tongue of it if you're not speaking it every single day. So it is good to be around someone who's forcing you to speak, whatever language you're trying to learn. So I'm like, I don't know, but I know Portuguese and Spanish go hand in hand because a lot of times people who do speak Spanish, they're able to understand not everything, but if they speak
yeah.
slow enough, they can interpret it. I know a couple that was like that. Like her husband's like Cuban and she's Brazilian, and it's like sometimes she speak, he's like looking at her, and then sometimes she speaks, she's like some of the words that he says she doesn't understand, and some of
Yeah,
the words she said he doesn't understand. But for the most part, they can communicate because
yeah.
they
For
also
the
speak
most part,
English.
they can
Right.
understand each other, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay, something on my bucket list that that would surprise people. Well, for one, I keep talking about this skydive. Baby, I'm gonna just have to get up and
I
do it.
already knew
So,
you was gonna say that.
hold up. I might have about more than one. Skydiving. I don't know. I just love adventure, and I feel like jumping out of a plane is just. I don't know. I feel like the rush of everything. And mind you, I don't like heights, but I feel like it's something. It's like a goal I want to get over, like a fear of mine that I want to get over. You know how people go on like Fear Factor and they do stupid stuff and they go on there knowing they're fearful of stuff. That's like me. Like I'm scared to jump out of a plane, but I still want to do it.
You
So
got that, sis. I
that's
feel
that.
you.
And then something else. What is it? What's the other thing? What's on my bucket list that would surprise people? I'm like, what's on my bucket list? Oh, I would definitely want to go on a reality TV show. I would want to go on
Oh
a
yeah, you
reality TV
did say
show.
that.
I always
Mm-mm.
say that I would not mind being on a reality TV show to like, have more of my personality and like, just be joking around, whatever the case is. It got to make sense though for my personality. But I feel like a reality TV show would be good, nothing too messy, just enough to like capture the audience. I'm not leaving out
Would
there
you
with a
do a
bad
date
rep.
one, or it has to be like one where it's like y'all have to find clues or whatever, and
I
you
don't know.
want one
I
more
feel like
interactive?
I'll be open to anything reality as long as it's not like,
Fighting off.
right, like shedding something negatively on me, like
Yeah,
Bad Girls, not Bad Girls Club.
baddies.
Baddies,
Yeah, no.
no, right, but like maybe something along the line of The Circle, or because yeah, The Circle that's on Netflix, or something like what's the other one that they have on there?
Pop the balloon.
No, well, I wouldn't mind doing that. I feel like it'll be
I've
funny.
never seen it, but I hear it's a
I've
lot of
seen it
buzz around it
off of YouTube, but I've never seen it on Netflix. I haven't
on
watched the
Netflix.
series on Netflix, no. But something like that, like something that make you think, something that shows your personality, something like The Circle would be good. They have what's another one? The Mole. I feel like The Mole would be really good. Like someone is like the mole that's like trying to make you
You
lose
got to
money, like
figure it
like a
out.
game show or something like that. You got to figure out who's the mole. So, but yeah, I feel like that would make you think. Like it's very
Yeah.
strategic. It's very fun. It's very engaging, and it's like I would want to do teams and like do all these things. So yeah, anything reality, I definitely would love to do.
You've been saying that since college. I'm like, yeah, you
I
got
know. I've
it.
been saying it forever. Reality TV
Yeah,
show.
you have. I'm
I
like, I'll
love it.
support you.
I love the idea of a reality TV show.
Yeah, I'll
Yup.
support you.
Put
And
me
then
in
we
there.
know someone who actually made it on there. And I was like, okay,
Yeah, reality
that was
TV
cool.
seems fun. Like I don't know. So and I feel like some of it is scripted, but
I
I
feel
feel
like it
like
too.
a lot of times they go off script though, because sometimes like people come out and be like, well, we were told to say this, but then this is what actually happened in the heat of the moment. So I feel like reality TV can be a little scripted, which is
Yeah.
like what I don't like because I feel like it masks your personality. You might have to do something out of character that you don't want to do. So that's what I'm saying. Like I wouldn't want a bad name for myself, but I wouldn't mind a reality TV show. Put me in there. See what I could do.
Okay. Okay, another
Something
one I thought
with
of would
acting.
be I think I would like to I think a lot of people have this. I would want to visit all 50 states.
Yup.
Let me throw 52 in there. I'm gonna add the other two that's not
Stop. No, Canada ain't a state. Don't do that.
or
Don't
51.
act them a part of
Is
our
it
country.
51 or 52? No, Canada, I am not claiming it as a state. They are their own country. I don't know why in the world that is even a talk right now. They are their own thing.
He had a meeting by himself, babe.
That
They
don't even
weren't
make
they
no
they
sense. I
they
want to
weren't
go there
invited.
though. They kind of on my list of places I want to go.
Yup, Canada I wanna go to for
Yeah.
sure. I
And I
would say
think
like
maybe I
two
want to do
cities.
20, 10 to 20 countries outside of the US.
Okay, that'll be
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Because it's about
I
what,
would
60
say if
something?
you're doing
Uh-huh.
the 50 states, I had said it a couple years ago, but I would take like
Road trip. Mm.
2, 3 months off and do a road trip and stop in every state. And like, like all the major locations where they have stuff, like if you go to Texas, you're supposed to eat the barbecue, you're supposed to try certain things. So whatever the state is known for is what you do. Like you may pick to stop there for a day or two and you find whatever that state is known for and you do that. Like if they're known for eats, then you go find all the things that you eat when you go to that state. If they're known for activities, if they're known for certain drinks or whatever, like you would do whatever it is for
Hmm.
that day in that state. I feel like that'd be so fun for like 2 to 3 months, hop on a bus and just do that.
Yeah, that sounds like retirement. Um, or or not even just retirement, or like you're just like super financially free to just be
Yeah.
able to take that
To be
time
able
off.
to up and go. But I
And
feel like that'd be fun
yeah.
versus like flying because when you fly, it's cool to fly to other places, but it's like you don't get to really see, the borders when you cross the borders
Yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff. You
yeah.
see
You
like,
see more
you're
scenery, yeah.
right, more
Driving.
scenery. Yeah, it's more, you're able to remember that versus just flying. You get there, you see some clouds, and now you're in the next city.
Long as
So
we taking multiple stops and we stretch our legs, we get
yeah,
hotels in every state. I'm cool. Stay one
right.
night at this hotel. Yeah, so it's giving get your money up. Yeah, we stay at a hotel at this state. All right, let's hop in. We're driving to the next state. Stay at a
Uh-huh.
hotel.
It's giving like a mini staycation, but on a bus.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that
Mm-hmm.
makes good. That would make great content.
It sure would. You
Yeah.
have content for months.
For the year.
Right,
If you
straight
do it
that
right.
content.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
okay, that was our fun topics. Did you have anything else you wanted to add, sis? Anything else that popped into your mind that you think wouldn't be on a bucket list? I
Besides
know
the states and the countries,
that was a good one.
okay, I
Um,
used to want to swim with dolphins. I'm kind of scared, but I'd have to see. The
Bahamas,
instructor
babe.
got to be right there. Swim with the dolphins.
Bahamas. Swim with the dolphins and the pigs.
Yeah, the pigs.
You could
Yeah,
do the pigs. Dolphin, I feel like they be too playful and they don't know when to stop. So
but
I'm
they'll
like,
save you though. They love us.
they will save you, but in my mind, I feel like because they are in tune with you, but I feel like they're so playful. Like, what if you, I don't know.
Yeah,
Well, I
they're
mean,
so
of
like
course,
energetic.
right. And
Yeah,
like, let's say, they want to play with you. It's almost like a dog. Like, a dog will come and play with you. And you're like, I don't want to play. So they'll come back and play. Like, they don't really understand sometimes that you really just don't want to play. So they think you kind of, telling them to leave. It's like, oh, that means come back and play. So I feel like dolphins are like
yeah.
that in my mind. Like, I feel like if you tell them, like, all right, I'm done playing, they might be like, oh, okay, time to play.
No, the
Now they're
instructor gonna
tossing,
be right there. He gonna tell them to chill
now
out. He
they're
gonna get them
tossing
to
you
come
up
in.
in the air. You about coming down, hurting your
Oh,
back. You see?
but see, I'm scared. Like you have to hold on to the fin and all of this. And I'm like, oh, what if it's slippery and like I don't have a good grip? I'm assuming you wear gloves or something
I don't
because they
know.
slippery.
I'll be
Yeah.
down for pigs, baby. One thing about it, you can stand in that water, you could get out that water, okay?
Yeah, the pig's easy. That's not a bucket because the pig's like you gonna be in waist deep water or whatever. But
Yeah, true.
yeah,
I don't know.
I think
Swimming with
that's
dolphins would be cool.
yeah.
Oh,
I
you know
have
what,
another
too?
one, but like I can't release that one off the bucket list because that's like a dream of mine. I want it to come true. So
Okay. Okay. I
yeah.
feel like I have one more too. When we were in Cayman Islands and we were supposed to go under like the ocean and like the submarine, I feel like we need to run that back.
That would have been so
Yeah, we were,
nice.
but then after that, the whole submarine thing happened. I'm like, wait a minute, babe. Make sure. Wait a minute, babe.
Man, listen, that would have
But
been
I
nice.
feel like if we run Cayman Islands back, bro, I would not be late for this one. And
Because we chose some good options and we just had
they
to
were so
we
good.
had
But
to settle for something else.
we
I
would
mean, it
have
was
been able
cool.
to deep dive in the submarine and get to see aquatic life and everything underneath. I feel like that'd be so fun. That we got to run that back. I need to go under the ocean. There's so much
Yeah,
more to explore. So
same.
that would have been
That
fun.
would make great content. Isn't it
Hmm.
something that would make? Because you can pull your camera out because you're
It's giving
technically
what
in
you
the
say. It's
enclosed.
giving you travel for content. Heard.
Hello. That would have made great content, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so too. But yeah, we gotta run that back. That was what was that? That was Cayman
Yeah,
Islands.
it's Cayman Islands. I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
they probably offer it in other islands, but I didn't really. I only saw it really
I
there.
wanted the Cayman Islands though because their water is different. Like the water has
Yeah,
a certain
it's pretty
color to
nice.
it, so I feel like it's easier and clearer to see. And I don't know. I feel like it's a lot cleaner than some of the countries we've been to. So
No, to be honest, I haven't. Okay, besides Puerto Rico, but they
no,
connected to us. Where
no.
else have you been where the water was just really bad? For the most
Dominican
part.
Republic, DR. Well,
Okay, yeah, them two. That's it though. For me, the rest of them been pretty good. Like Bahamas
they've
was
been pretty
good,
good, but DR, babe,
Cayman
they
was
said
good,
that was
Jamaica was good, and
they said that was the
um,
best beach, and they lied.
what them people? Turks and Caicos for me was the clearest.
Turks and Caicos is really clear.
It was
Bahamas is
so
clear
clear,
too.
and Bahamas was good too.
Bahamas
Bahamas is
is
more
good.
bluish though. Like it's like
It
a
has the different shades of blue, like the lighter
yeah,
blue, the turquoise, the deep blue. But
deeper blue. Yeah, it had a lot
Turks
of
and
different
Caicos
blues.
was real fun. Gotta
Super
run that
clear.
back.
Yeah.
Yep. Turks, is that you? Guess
Play
I'll
Rod
see.
Wave. Hey Alexa. Oh, let me hush because she right here by the
She
kitchen.
right here too. That's why I'm like, be quiet. Get you listen. She listened to you. As I was looking at the
Let me
quiet.
hush. There's one right here by the kitchen too. But yeah,
Uh-huh. But
that's
yeah.
it.
All right, y'all. That's it. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Again, tonight was just like a little kiki, a little soft vibe, talking, just chilling tonight. So don't forget to like this live if you haven't already. Also go to our live and unfiltered page. The clips will be there later this week, and this full video will be on YouTube later this week. Thank y'all for tuning in. I'm good. I don't think I forgot nothing.
Yes, y'all make sure y'all following our YouTube as well. We're gonna be way more active on there. So
On
click
YouTube.
the link
Yes.
in our bio on our Live and Unfiltered page so that you can subscribe.
All right. Thank y'all for tuning in. Bye.
Bye. Good night.